unification. No one can pull me out. I've always felt different from the others. I'm running away now. Fears are fading, won't stop bleeding. 'Cause I'm sick of staying up instead of going down. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a freak like me.
Is nobody mentioning the most obvious name that's going to show up in this Rumble, okay?
Curry
Man. Curry Man's going to show up in this fucking Rumble. I'm fucking mad.
Next up, we have Guy in MAGA hat with his hair on upside down.
First off, that wasn't English. I don't give a fuck what you try to tell me. That's not English.
That didn't even make English.
No, that's...
You're listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast. It's time to take it to the max!
It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Welcome to episode 358 of the Cap and Mo Show. We're about to take it to the max. And we're 1 week away from podcast Promo Rumble 7. Our very first special event of 2022. First one of the Vidya era.
Vidya.
That also means we're 1 week away from the Royal Rumble, and I think the internet's got a little bit carried away with the possibilities of who could show up.
Yeah, you're fucking telling me.
I mean, I get some of them are joking, but a lot of them are serious. And ever since it was announced that Mickie James was in it, we've had several AEW names mentioned.
Why is nobody mentioning the most obvious name that's going to show up in this Rumble, okay? Curry Man. Curry Man's going to show up in the fucking Rumble. I had to do it.
Yeah, I would actually kind of mark out a little bit for Curry Man.
I would too. But WWE don't have the balls. They ain't got the balls.
But immediately people jumped on Jon Moxley, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, who apparently is now out of contract.
Did you see the little Twitter thing from Punk? Uncle Dave is like posted up there. Yeah, he's like, well, hey, I'm just checking my schedule. Am I in the Rumble? Yeah, just making, you know everything. You want to let me know? That's fucking.
I mean, it depends. Does Punk have a friend's wedding that night?
Right, you know what I mean.
But yeah, Cody's apparently not under contract with AEW right now. So he made his return last night after 2 weeks of we suspect COVID.
They said family thing, but I don't believe that.
Yeah. Again, cuts a Cody promo, and there's no other way to describe it. It's a Cody promo. He comes in.
But this is I don't want to keep interrupting you like that, but it was like, it was like Ring of Honor. No, not Ring of Honor, like New Japan Cody promo. He's already heel-ish. He's getting there. And he's just, I'm seeing it. Like every time I hear him talk, his dialect and how he slows, how he talks, and his facial expressions and everything. I'm like, dude, you're already a heel. Like I can fucking see it. Just fucking do it, man.
But last night was like one of his promos where he comes in with the heat, and everybody is just, before he even speaks, they know they want to boo him, and then he starts saying stuff that they agree with, and they're like, I want to boo this guy, but yeah, that's good, and he's fired up, and he's getting me pumped up for next week.
Yeah, what a fucking promo this guy. Well, I wouldn't want to say that the crowd is, God, they're indifferent. I don't want to say indifferent. There is a group of people in that crowd last night that were literally out there to just do whatever the fuck they wanted. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. And that definitely included literally telling Cody to shut the fuck up, which was awesome. And then like literally 2 minutes later, they're clapping and cheering. And I'm like,
yeah,
all right, well, whatever. Hey, freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying?
I love how he kind of took the shut the fuck up chant. He was just like, yeah, okay. And just carried on anyway.
Blew it off.
Also took a little bit of a shot at the other story, which we'll get into in just a little bit, with when he said the line, I know we're not really into name changes around here, with Gunnar McGillicuddy or whatever the hell it is.
Hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
So next week we have a ladder match, unification with Sammy's TNT title.
Mm-hmm.
I love also how Cody described it as people say just because it doesn't have the word world in it, it's treated as a secondary title. But there's no such thing as a secondary title in AEW. The only reason it's secondary at the minute is because there's two of them.
Yep.
Love it.
I mean, that's got he makes every. Well, that's not true. They are making all their belts feel worth it. Even the TBS title, doesn't feel like just some fucking piece of shit mid card.
No.
It's look at the tournament that they had to go through. I don't want to. Jade's supposed to defend it. I think it was on Rampage. So, or she's going to be defending on Rampage, I should say.
Unplug my headphones there by mistake. But yeah,
Nice. We've all been
she's
there.
is it Rampage she's defending it or next week?
I believe
Break.
it was Rampage.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, Beach Break, then yeah, Rampage.
I think-
I don't. Fuck, goddamn. Hold on. This is what happens.
We're
when
in
you have, like,
WWE
notes.
territory where they announce matches for different shows at the same time.
Yeah, actually, they kind of did that, and it really threw me off.
Like when they were booking 3 pay-per-views at once. Like just pick one.
Oh yeah, no, Rampage.
Rampage.
Jade
there we go.
Cargill, Anna Jay.
They're trying to make Rampage unmissable right now with all these title matches,
That's fine.
which is good.
I don't mind. I still take. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just because it sounds so late. Like for me, it's 3 a.m. that it starts.
Yeah, that's bananas.
So yeah, I'm watching it the next day.
It's the first thing I watch in the morning.
Yeah,
That
Saturday
I eat it with
morning
a bowl of
wrestling.
cereal. There you go. Attaboy. The good
So
old
that
days.
is our top story. Now let's go to old stories as we visit this week in wrestling history. On January 14th, 2007, Christian Cage became the final NWA World Champion of the TNA era when he defeated Sting and Abyss at Final Resolution. 4 months later, NWA ended its partnership with TNA and Cage was stripped of the title. Later that day, Kurt Angle defeated Christian Cage and Sting to become the first ever TNA World Champion. I kind of missed the NWA title being like the main title in TNA. It was nice. Had that legacy.
I mean, not being a guy not watching TNA. I mean, it made me feel like, you know what? That's like the real thing over there. Like, you kind of need to pay attention to what's going on over there. But then when they got rid of it, I was like, piece of shit.
Yeah, and then you get the TNA title or the Impact. It's gone through so many fucking name changes.
Oh yeah.
Very much like most titles in Impact, actually. January 14th, 2013, Caitlyn defeated Eve Torres for her first and only Divas Championship, which she later lost to AJ Lee. I always think I kind of blinked and missed Caitlyn because she was kind of the woman in WWE just as I was getting back into it, and then she left.
Yep. Out of here, coach.
January 15th, 1989, at the second Royal Rumble, Big John Studd. There's going to be a lot of Royal Rumble history this week, by the way. Big John Studd was the last man standing after eliminating Ted DiBiase. Also at the event, this one was interesting. Rockin' Robin defeated Judy Martin to retain the Women's Championship, and this was the last Women's Championship match at a major WWE pay-per-view for 5 years. Rockin' Robin left in 1990. And WWE deactivated the title until 1993, where it went to Alundra Blaze.
Tim Alundra Blaze.
They literally just deactivated the women's title because they had very little interest in women's wrestling at that time.
Shocker.
And nothing much has changed. January 16th, 2000, Chris Benoit defeated Sid Vicious for the vacant WCW World Championship, but was stripped the very next day.
Wow.
For 2 reasons. In storyline, it was because Sid's foot was under the ropes. But in reality, it was because Benoit left the company after a major disagreement with management, along with Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, and Perry Saturn, who, of course, became the Radicals in WWE a few weeks later. I loved that time. Yeah, I wasn't even that into
No.
WCW in 2000, but I saw the four of them in the front row and knew it was a big deal.
God, it was
Such a cool debut.
I loved them. Okay, I was one of those guys that I love to tell the story that I started literally by discovering the guy behind you, the Undertaker, and then the next night I was like, well, I'm watching something that has nothing to do with him, and that became my wrestling brand forever. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I really got to do retros again.
Yeah. January 16th, 2021, just last year, Fire and Flavor became the first tag team in 8 years to win the newly reactivated Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships at Hard to Kill.
Nice.
January 17th, 1991, Big Van Vader defeated Tatsumi Fujinami to win his third and final IWGP Heavyweight title at New Year's Dash.
Good stuff.
And here now we've got a lot more. This is all Royal Rumble from here on in. January 18th, 1998, Stone Cold won his second Royal Rumble, and this time went on to win his first WWE Championship at WrestleMania 14, defeating Shawn Michaels, who defeated The Undertaker in a casket match at the Rumble with a little assist from Kane. And I always loved this as a kid because after the match, Kane locked his brother in the casket, set it on fire, and then it was revealed on a home video exclusive that The Undertaker had magically disappeared.
Magically.
Just nobody in the casket. Just ashes. January 9th. Four straight Royal Rumble history bits, all on the 19th right now. Wow. 1991, Sergeant Slaughter defeated Ultimate Warrior for the WWE Championship, and Hulk Hogan won his second straight Royal Rumble match. 1992, for the first time, the vacant WWE Championship was on the line in the Royal Rumble match, which was won by Nature Boy Ric Flair with a tear in his eye. And 1997, Shawn Michaels won his second WWE Championship, defeating Psycho Sid at the Royal Rumble. Stone Cold also won his first Rumble match, but was later denied his WrestleMania title shot because of his previously unnoticed elimination by Bret Hart. January 19th, 2003, Brock Lesnar won the Royal Rumble, going on to defeat Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship in an instant classic at WrestleMania 19. And finally, today in history, in 2002, Triple H won the Royal Rumble after his triumphant return from his quad injury and went on to defeat Chris Jericho for the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania 18.
Love it.
Very nice. As MJF pointed out last night, it was Wardlow's birthday this week, so let's go through some birthdays. Cora Jade turned 21 this week. Casey Catanzaro turned 32. Matt Riddle turned 36. Snitsky turned 52. Ernest the Cat Miller turned 58. That's a throwback for people. Hacksaw Jim Duggan turned 68. Dark Orders 10. Preston Vance turned 37. Dexter Loomis turned 38. Chase Stevens turned 43. Kevin Thorne turned 45. Kelly turned 35. Shane McMahon turned 52. This is where
birthdays.
A lot of birthdays this week. Shane McMahon turned 52, and people pull up the classic Vince McMahon tweet where he didn't really say much. Evil turned 35. I thought he was older than that. Batista turned 53. Ted DiBiase turned 68. I keep unplugging my headphones. I don't know why the fuck I keep doing that.
You're like, your computer's telling you to slow down.
I'm just whacking the wire.
The excitement in the air.
Wardlow and Tyler Breeze both turned 34. R-Truth turned 50. And Carl Anderson turned 42. Joy Giovanni turned 44. Fans of the Ruthless Aggression era will remember Joy Giovanni. I just remember Kurt Angle kidnapping her.
Terrible, but you're not wrong.
Ruthless Aggression.
That was like our regular day. Oh, somebody got kidnapped. Oh, see some boobs. All right, here we go. That was back in the day. That was the shit back in the day.
Funnily enough, it usually involves Kurt Angle.
God, he used to be so fucking funny.
Yeah, so funny. All right then. Now, as we brought this segment back last week, let's have. You got more birthdays?
No, just one. Jimmy Jacobs, 37.
Oh yeah.
And then I wanted to mention some unfortunate passings. On the 17th, this is the 14th? What's like my math is the fucking worst
Friday.
right now. It will 2007 is right now. That's so yeah, 14 years. This is the 14-year anniversary of the death of Mike Awesome. Let's see. On the 18th, we lost let's see. This is Kerry Von Erich, Eddie Gilbert, Ivan Koloff, all on the 18th. Let's see. Kerry Von Erich was 93, Eddie Gilbert was 95, and Ivan Koloff was back in 2017.
But damn.
George Hackenschmidt, old school, like George Hackenschmidt. If you know professional wrestling at all, you know George Hackenschmidt, a guy that was fucking pre-1900s. Okay, this motherfucker wrestled in the 1800s. He died back in 1878. Yeah, that's an old ass history for your ass. And then Bobo Brazil, January 20th, 1998. Just had to throw those in there because Bobo Brazil was the man.
Yep.
Love that guy.
All right, now then. This segment returned last week, so let's get into some funny, cringy things that people have been saying on the internet this week. It is Shit Marks Say.
Can you believe the shit these marks say?
As established last week, I have given them different names, not to protect their identities, just because I think it's funny. So up first, we have Skinny Lars Sullivan.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Who replied to AEW with, I didn't watch long enough to see Mox return. This was a boring episode.
Huh?
It was literally the start of the show. How do you know it was a boring episode?
What? This is that shit, bro. Like, fucking, don't, if you're not going to watch it, don't fucking talk about it. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't like the opening credits.
Oh, yeah, they look the same. Yeah,
all the paint clouds was boring, was it? Okay.
Get the fuck.
Next up, we have guy in MAGA hat with his hair on upside down. This was in response to Mox's heckler. News, assholes exist. More news, don't be a bigger asshole on TV. Would love to see the fine he gets. Your life is the public eye. So, eye zone. Take the heckling if you don't like it. Don't be in the public. Please fucking punctuate. Don't be in the public eye, cost of being famous.
First off, that wasn't English. I don't give a fuck what you try to tell me. That's not English.
That didn't even make English.
No, that's it's perfect. It's fucking perfect. But these people shouldn't be allowed to breed.
Yeah, I get it. You know, you're going to get heckled because your life is in the public eye, but the guy was returning from rehab.
First, and then, hold on.
And he doesn't even get to speak.
It's not only that.
Heckled.
It's the obvious fact. This is fucking professional wrestling. Interaction with the crowd is professional wrestling 101. If you have no interaction with the crowd, if there is no crowd reaction, you have to cause it from interaction. You fuck.
Right.
Oh my God. Like, how stupid can you fucking be? Like, dude, if you're going to be that fucking, like, wishy-washy about fucking, I just don't watch wrestling anymore because there's a shit ton of dudes in WWE that used to attack the crowd. The fucking Miz does it today. You know what I mean? There's guys that do it today. It's fucking professional wrestling. Like, that's these fucking marks, bro. These fucking marks are killing me.
Funnily enough, all of these shit marks say this week are about AEW.
Shocker.
Next up, we have Nicolol. This is about Brody King. Some guy nobody's ever heard of or seen is All Elite. I wouldn't say nobody. Like, pretty much every promotion in America, apart from WWE.
Bullshit. They wanted to fucking sign him.
Right.
So don't fucking, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Because you don't want to open your eyes to something that doesn't say WWE on it. It's not my fucking problem. Like,
Right.
if you literally opened your eyes to the independent scene, and I mean just any independent scene at this fucking point, your local independent scene, even, and fucking Brody King, I guarantee you would have made an appearance there once, if not twice, if not multiple times. So you're a fucking idiot. Get the fuck off the internet. Like, comments like this, dude, should be like ran through like the fucking like internet's thing and just be like, that's stupid. You're suspended, and you're suspended, and
Come on,
like,
Twitter.
we need a moderate, like a real moderator around here.
We just passed the 1 year anniversary of Donald Trump getting suspended too.
Hey,
I think this was the permanent suspension too.
I believe so as well. Make it happen to some of these fucking marks.
Finally, we have Mr. Hennessy Shut It. We had Prime Punk. We don't want old man Punk. Somebody replied, what about Goldberg? He said, him either, but this is the best one. But he's still in better shape than old man Punk. I
get it. And I'm not gonna say he's like wrong, but what in the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Is Goldberg stronger? Absolutely, but the dude gets gassed after one move, and he can't even use his own finishes anymore.
I mean, who's a bigger money
Punk
draw?
can go longer.
Let me put it to you like that: who's bigger money?
Yeah, they'd probably say Goldberg because of Saudi. But whose return got a bigger pop?
Who's bigger merch? How about that?
Right.
There
Does
you
Goldberg
go.
even have merch?
I think it was like that plain ass shirt. That's about
Is that
it.
the only one he's ever had?
I'm really trying to think. I don't give a shit enough to know, but probably.
No, when he pops back
No,
every
he
now
had
and
to
then
have
in
had another
WWE, he
one.
never gets new merch.
He had to have had a new one. Right?
The only Goldberg merch I ever remember is the plain T-shirt with the tribal logo.
Yeah. I don't fucking
Maybe a Who's Next. But yeah, though that's the shit Marks have been saying this week.
fucking retards.
The internet's a lovely place. All right, it's a little bit early for a break, but I mean, we've done the other segments, so I'm just gonna plug the Rumble because it's next week. On January 27th, it is time for Podcast Promo Rumble 7. It's the one night of the year where champions can choose their own challengers, except for the TV champion because it's new. We want to do something special with it. This year, it's a big night for the Phoenix. He will defend the Knowledge Championship against his chosen opponents. He was the final promo champion and is the current longest reigning group MVP. I don't think anybody's ever going to take that away from him because nobody posts more than Travis the Walker Anderson.
This guy is just uncanny.
You guys are just unlucky that he left the show permanently, well, not permanently, like every week, because that meant he's now eligible for the group MVP, and he's just going to keep winning it because y'all motherfuckers don't post enough. The Phoenix also has been chosen by the world champion, Chad Malcolm, to be his challenger. They will square off in a predetermined promo exhibition, because all promo bouts are predetermined now, unless they're just straight exhibition, non-title. The Phoenix will also defend the television championship, but this is one where he does not get to choose his own challenger, because he will face the winner of Ring of Games 2, which takes place on the pre-launch show this Tuesday. And also, of course, there is another promo exhibition. Cypher makes his return, where he goes one-on-one with the Shape for the first time ever. We will also be predicting Royal Rumble. It's probably the most fun predictions of the year because it's just like, who's going to show up? I mean, WWE is probably going to tell us exactly who's going to show up in the next week or so, but still.
Well, yeah, they basically did that with the women.
Yeah. I think, unless they've added more this week, I think there's like 10 spots left in the women's match that we don't know about.
All bad.
And, of course, two of them that are included are the Bella Twins.
Yikes.
Anyway, for more information, go to maxwrestling.net/Rumble7.
Cause I'm sick of getting apathetic, going south. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a freak like me.
Hey, this is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer.
It's the Ultimate Vanessa, your girl's favorite wrestler. Hey, yo, what up? It's Darby Allin.
This is the voice of Killer Cross.
It's the interview queen, Alicia Atute here.
You are watching
Max Wrestling Podcast.
You are currently listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast.
We're going to take it to the max.
We're about to take it to the max.
And we're about to take it to the max.
It's time to take it to the max.
Hey, welcome to the Madhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madhouse.
Cause I'm sick of getting up instead of going south. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a freak like me.
And welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow. We are literally everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, Podbay. You name it, we're there. So, other stories this week. Probably bigger than actually the Royal Rumble story, which we probably should have started with this one. Walter is Gunther, which has just been met with so much controversy this week. It baffles me that WWE waited so long to react to the controversy. Like, we heard before he even changed the name that it was going to be named after a famous Nazi U-boat captain. So then he announced his name is Gunther, so they just shortened it to one word. Like, that makes it any better.
My whole thing is like, does nobody do a quick fact check one time? You know,
No.
Hey, we like this name. Let's go Google search it one time. Oh, there's a Nazi. Oh, fucking, we can't. Hey, boss, we can't do it. It's a Nazi. Okay, we can't. Yeah, but no, they didn't give a shit. You know, and then you have fucking. We just did the fucking shit Mark say, but you have these fucking some marks out here defending this, like, oh, well, you know, well, maybe they didn't know, dude. If you literally search the words Gunther Stark, it's the fucking first thing that pops up. I shit you not.
Let's put
He's
it to the
fucking like,
test.
watch. He's doing it right now. It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Okay,
Swear
well,
to God.
obviously we've got news of Gunther, but there you go. Very first Google
Yep,
results. There he is,
is the fucking famous Nazi U-boat captain.
and it's in German. It's uboat.net.
Fucking course it is. A fucking course it is.
I wish I was making that up. It's literally uboat.net.
Okay, so you ready for the other excuse I've been hearing?
Right.
Walter chose his own name.
Oh,
And with that, I say bullshit.
what, like Keith Lee?
Yeah.
He apparently chose his name?
Bearcat. He
Right.
chose Bearcat.
And then he gets released. No, I fucking didn't.
Like, dude, understand this NXT is not the NXT of old. This is not run by Triple H and fucking Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg and whoever else is fucking former DX or former WWE or whatever. This is ran by fucking Bruce Pritchard and the same lady that runs SmackDown.
Oh, wow.
So, like, I there was the two names. I got them off of F4W's site. I know for sure it's Pritchard and somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's like, they already know, like, that's why it feels so gimmicky, because Bruce Pritchard is the fucking king of gimmicks. You know what I mean? The guy, he got his heyday was in the early 90s where he was a fucking gimmick. And all he knew was gimmicks. So it's just,
love you.
oh, fuck. Hot, terrible. But it's like, dude, they're literally at the control. These guys and their ideas and this is what I would like to try. Okay, cool. Well, it has to go through the chain of command now. Now it's not go up to Hunter and tell him about this cool match. Fuck, that is a cool match. Yeah, let's do that.
Like,
No.
you've got to ask, where the fuck did they even get the idea for the name from in the first place if they didn't know about this relation? Like,
And then
you don't just think, oh, Gunther Stark, that's a cool name.
But my whole thing is he's fucking Australian.
Austria.
He's from Austria, my bad. He's from Austria, my bad. Fucking, I count.
The one
Somebody's
without
gonna
now.
kick my ass. There you go. Yeah, a little more dime. He's from Austria. So why the fuck are you giving him like a German dude name? Like another show, again, I just talked about F4W. Another show I listened to, which by the way, like I wish my granny was alive, I'd love to have her on a show. There's Brian, Vinny, and Granny show. Okay, sometimes Craig is on there, but like even they mentioned to her, oh, his name is now Gunther, and she's like, oh, he's a German guy, and they all started laughing. No, he's from Austria. Well, that's not an Austrian name. I'm like, see, even the old lady gets it.
If they hadn't have trademarked, Gunther Stark, which is how the news spread in the first place, if they'd just gone out and he called himself Gunther, it probably wouldn't have been so bad because he's such a brute and he kind of made it sound a little bit badass. But because we know where it comes from, it sucks.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I didn't think about it like that. I have not thought about it like that. It's not like it's a bad name.
No.
But it's like...
I mean, we do kind of connect it to friends. But
oh, God damn it. Why'd you do that to me? Because now all I see is
did you not
Walter.
make that connection?
No, because now all I see is Walter behind the coffin thing, like trying to hit on fucking goddamn Rachel and shit.
Oh, well, in that case, wait till you see the meme I posted last night on the Max group.
I make this coffee sacred for you. Oh my God, that was awesome.
Just in case people don't know which one I'm talking about, it's actually this one. Yeah, that was Gunther.
Yeah, that's Gunther. That's my guy right there.
So, 1 week away from NXT UK, and everything's changed for Gunther. In a couple of weeks, we're probably going to forget about it and get used to it. But right now, it's just unnecessary.
Well, I mean, now that you made that, totally irrational fucking excuse, that it was a badass name, if they just wouldn't have fucking leaked it for, trademarking a Nazi dude. If they just would have fucking just said, we're going to use him as Gunther, and he goes out and changes his name to Gunther, and then they explain whatever, fine. But
yeah, so... If nothing leaked, no trademarks, no nothing, he just comes out, by the way, the winner of the match is Gunther. Like, oh, okay.
Okay. Well, we knew you would have to change your name eventually, but all right.
Yeah.
But again, you're a billion-dollar company, and somebody there doesn't know how to use a Google search.
He's probably going to make it work. Like, on anybody else, Walter sounds like a stupid name, but you look at him, and he can just kill you. He can kill you with his eyebrows. But
by the way, he's slimmed down and looks even more intimidating.
Well, yeah, he knows how it is on the main roster. You got to slim down.
Yeah, he's like, I had to lose the man boobs. He lost the man boobs, lost a little bit of the baby gut. His arms are looking more defined. I'm like, dude's looking good. Good for him.
He probably didn't even diet. He just chopped them off himself.
Just like, cha. Okay, the one's gone. Let's do the next one.
Or he just growled at them and they disappeared.
You know what? That wouldn't be surprising.
So not quite a name change, but we do have a gimmick change for the return of Sarray, which again has also been met with controversy. WWE just shooting themselves in the foot this week.
Yeah, stop with the stereotype shit.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've seen some defense for this one too.
I do.
I will defend Xia Li though, because that's her. She is all like a martial arts maestro, and she can kill you with a sword.
I don't want to say it's fine, but I mean, it's like it was a gimmick. It's not like we're being bombarded with all of them at once like we are right now. You know what I mean? It was like, Io Shirai, what was she? She was just a really good fucking wrestler. And then you had Xia Li, who was, her whole gimmick forever was she was a martial artist learning professional wrestling. And then she became, fuck this, I'm just being a martial artist now. So.
You know what? The most unique gimmick I've ever seen from a Japanese wrestler in WWE was a pirate, because it's just so unexpected.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we absolutely miss her. But
yeah, you guys dropped the fucking ball there, you dumb shits.
I mean, it was her choice to go back to Japan, right? Because she just got married.
Well, yeah, that, and then she was getting hurt, and they were just beating the crap out of her because they're stupid.
But, I mean, I guess we'll see where it goes with Sarray, but it's not off to a great start. They didn't drive it home that that this was like a schoolgirl gimmick, which is what the criticism has come from, but you got the vibe.
I was going to say, if you watch the vignette,
Yeah.
okay, that's exactly the vibe you got.
To be honest, they focused more on the necklace that she had from her grandmother. I don't know, maybe that's going to give her like supernatural powers or something stupid.
Supernatural.
It'd be like the Undertaker's urn.
Sure.
Right. Well, back on the topic of the Royal Rumble, Lita seems to be the favorite for SmackDown. Still, Liv Morgan better win, but still, as far as SmackDown goes, we still better get Charlotte versus Lita at the WrestleMania based purely on what they've built for the past week.
Still say it's a total fucking waste.
Yeah, honestly, I don't give a rat's ass about anything that involves Charlotte anyway, but I like Lita, so I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
She believes she's got one more title run left in her, so she's looking at winning a Rumble, main event in WrestleMania, facing Charlotte Flair. I get it. Charlotte, as annoying as she is, she's got no competition. So they need to keep bringing big names back to face her. Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately. Yeah, there is no more appeal, so.
Now, we never got Trish versus Charlotte, did we? They teased that at the Rumble a couple of years ago. Oh, wait, yes, we did. We did get the one-on-one.
I was going to say, I was like, I think.
Yeah, with SummerSlam.
There you go.
So, at least this is fresh, Charlotte and Lita.
Yeah, fresh. It's a, you see how I don't give a fuck? And it's Lita, okay? Like, I care. I do. And, like, my wife brought this up to me, and I'm like, first off, I'm glad you're excited about it. And she's like, why aren't you? And I'm like, I was like, because she's done in my mind, okay? This is Charlotte's done. I said, she has plateaued all of the plateaus you could plateau, and I just don't care. I just don't care anymore.
No. And I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Raw women's title picture, because one minute we've got Liv and Becky, the next minute we got Piper and Becky. That's the match at the Rumble, by the way, Piper and Becky.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, good for her and all, but I mean,
so that was the Fatal 4-Way. Was it last week? Which Piper won to earn the shot at Becky. Then this week we get a tag team match for whatever reason. I don't know.
I don't know shit about shit with this company. I'll tell you that.
It's just there's no WWE news anymore. It's just like, oh, what the fuck have they done today?
I mean, yeah, because they're not. And I hate this. I don't want to say I hate to say this, but I mean, the only thing we're talking about positive in WWE right now is Brock and Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really about it, because it's something everybody has wanted for a while. And it's like, okay, it's finally going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just weird to see him happy. Brock likes people now.
Brock liking people is weird. It's fucking weird.
Some of us though remember like babyface Brock in 2003. This is kind of what he was like.
I remember more.
He was very
Brock.
entertaining.
I remember entertaining Brock. Him and Kurt Angle going back and forth. The whole little shoving match in the locker room. Where fucking Kurt goes flying a million miles out of the way, and then it always pops in my head, him coming down with the fucking sombrero with the mariachis. And
yeah.
First off, those fucking mariachis, bro, they have not been given enough respect that they were able to continue playing while that entire ring was bouncing, because this gigantic man, fucking idiot. But it was if you're looking up at your head like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Just research Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar on YouTube, and I swear to God, it'll be like one of the something on the first page. Just kid you not.
I'm happy that they've gone with babyface Brock now, because like kids who only know Brock from this latest 10-year run, shit, it's been 10 years he's been back in WWE. They don't know babyface Brock from 2003, so they just think he's a one-hit wonder with suplexes and F5s, and nope, Brock has a personality. Now you're getting to see it.
Believe it or not, he has a personality.
And he's actually very fun to watch. And he can still kill you.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's just been all controversy in WWE this week, as far as I know. However, though, in AEW, as we already mentioned once, Mox made his return at the start of the show. Got a huge pop. Looking good, looking healthy. Still kicking shit in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Like
he lost a good 14, 15 pounds of alcohol weight.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but he looks awesome.
I just got to thinking, watching it, I wouldn't want to be in a crowd when Mox is making his entrance, because he's either going to throw a bottle at you, kick a chair at you, or hit you with a guardrail.
Or the trash can, or he's going to steal your beer.
So why are you so angry at me?
Why'd you take that?
I'm cheering for you.
That's an $11 beer, man. Yeah, I'd probably be that fan. I'm not even going to lie.
We mentioned Cody cutting a Cody promo. Mox cut a Mox promo.
Like old school Mox, like.
Yeah, like you can tell it's obviously not scripted, and he's just thinking on the fly, and he's pacing.
Well, yeah, the guy got away with saying fuck. Crying out loud.
It very deservedly so, though.
I'm sure TK's like, I'll pay that fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think they give a shit about swearing in AEW anyway.
No, but I'm sure they do on TBS.
Isn't there always like a 10-second delay? So if they really cared that much, they would have bleeped out the fuck.
I think so, but I was watching on delay and it wasn't bleeped. So
no, I mean like in the production track, I'm sure WWE do it on like a 10-second delay. So like if they catch somebody swearing quick enough, they can bleep it.
Yeah,
WWE usually fuck it up and they bleep out the second word.
Yeah, because they're the fucking dirt worst. Like, I don't understand what
WWE will bleep like ass bleep instead of bleep hole.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, he's an ass. What? He's an ass what? Oh, jeez, he's an ass hat. He's an ass bag. He's an ass this. Let's play the fucking advert game.
It's like the Weezer song, Teenage Dirtbag. You can say dick, but you can't say gun.
Terrible.
But yeah, Mox comes out, doesn't even get to say a word, and you can hear the guy crystal clear on the broadcast, something along the lines of, "Get that drunk piece of shit out of the ring," and Mox is like, "Hey, fuck you. Go fuck yourself."
It tells me, "Hey, go fuck yourself. Get this piece of shit out of here."
And Chris Durham, you said you were there. I want to know if they actually genuinely just immediately dragged the guy out, because like you didn't even make it 10 minutes into the show and you're getting kicked out for being a dick.
That's hilarious, by the way.
Right. But if anything, I think that heckle kind of fired him up even more.
I wouldn't be. Yeah, you're probably right.
It was a very sweary promo, and after WWE's statement on blood and violence last week, I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped something about bad language this week.
Fucking blood.
Oh, we don't do that anymore.
The fucking blood and violence. So I hate that you brought it up, and I'm glad you brought it up. So I have worked with some wrestling fans or closet wrestling fans in the past. I ran into another one. He's I'm not going to mention his name or whatever, but he was like, so he was like, because he showed up in a WWE shirt and we immediately started talking and this and that, and then so I asked him, I said, "Hey, Dan," I said, I showed him this article. I said, "Do you consider that like self?" He's like, "Well, fucking Cody bleeds all the time, and every time I turn, there's fucking blood." And I'm like, "You do understand that that's like what pro wrestling really is, though, right?" "Yeah, but I mean, does it have to be every fucking episode?" I said, "Hey, dude," I said, as a fan of the fucking product, I kind of say the same thing sometimes. But if it works, it works, and it does. You don't need to like fucking go bananas over it. And he's like, "Yeah, well, it's fucking stupid to blade yourself." And I was like, "Huh? Wait, hold on." I said, "Do you want to hear a really dumb example of how they got blood in WWE?" And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna say the Brock thing, aren't you?" And he's like, I was like, "Yeah, they had a fucking 280-pound man use his fucking elbow to slice a man open, rather than a very safe, very clean razor blade, sterile, the whole 9 yards. Nope, it's just like but there, and he got a concussion on top of that." I'm like, so what would you rather do? Have a little moment to the side where the camera's not looking at you and you just so happen to gig and then so now you have a little cut on your forehead?
Right.
That they're immediately going to go in the back and fucking glue up and put some like scar remover shit on it.
Mm.
So people are stupid. And the fucking guy that wrote that article, by the way, I mean, you go looking for Eric Bischoff to be fucking talking to people about professional, like, really?
Right.
I understand what, Eric Bischoff means to the competition of WWE and all that shit, but no, don't ask Eric Bischoff shit other than where's the bathroom.
Ever since he got into good terms with WWE again, he's been very pro WWE.
Big time. And stupid.
When at one time he wanted to put them out of business.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of lines I loved in Mox's promo too. When he was talking about demons, saying he doesn't run from demons, he beats the shit out of them. There was again very sweary promo.
Passionate though.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see who he feuds with, and I absolutely loved the last line because he alluded to his problems, but he didn't like say it because he didn't need to specify what it was, but we all knew what it was. And then the last line is just, the only thing I drink now is blood. Awesome.
Love that line. Line was awesome.
And then just make sure he picks up his jacket.
Well, yeah, that looked like a very expensive jacket.
Yeah. Great to see Mox back. Oh, yeah. JR sounded like he was struggling last night.
Raspy voice.
Yeah. Like
COVID's going around.
Kept losing his voice. So, hope JR's good too.
Yeah.
So, we saw the first team up of the Kings of the Black Throne.
Yes.
Alistair. Shit, I almost said Alistair Black. Malachi Black.
Malachi.
And Brody King. Looking great together. Just who the fuck's gonna stop these guys? But then
that fucking double team finisher is bananas.
Oh yeah.
Love that shit.
Obviously they just killed in the match. But then afterwards we were gonna get a promo from Malachi, but we were instantly interrupted by Pac. And he cut, there was a lot of good promos last night. Pac cuts a great promo. And he can see again now. He's no longer blind.
Love that. Working with stories.
I also love how Pac has slowed down his speech so that you can understand his accent.
Oh yeah, his accent is fucking thick.
Yes, Pac is very much a Geordie. But now I'm wondering who the hell's gonna team with Pac to go against these two, because he's not really hanging around with Penta anymore in Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is injured anyway.
Phoenix being out still, I mean, my immediate guess was Penta, but I mean,
Penta's kind of
right.
Is Penta in that kind of little mix with Kingston and Jericho and no?
I don't.
Oh yeah,
so.
they don't hang around with Eddie Kingston anymore. People just keep breaking up in EW. Yeah, I don't know what Penta's doing.
Probably nothing. So that's my guess is they'll use him. But then again, is there anybody else that fits? I'm really trying to think, and I'm going to say no.
Well, so, we already know the Varsity Blondes aren't much competition for the House of Black, Kings of Black Throne. So that doesn't leave many people. I
was going to say, I don't think there's many fucking people that can actually stand up to these goddamn crazy bastards. You kidding me?
Plus,
one will kick your head off, the other one will fucking cannonball you in next Tuesday.
Plus, we're also still expecting Wyndham to join the fray.
Wyndham should be hopefully he should be showing up anytime soon. Hell, I actually fucking think next week we might see somebody else. Fucking Johnny Wrestling might come home to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he'd left.
Mm-hmm. Yep, well, there you go.
Well, has he left or?
Is. Well, yeah, he's gone. He's out of WWE. I don't believe he had any kind of 90-day or anything like that. he was just kind of waiting for some stuff. Or actually, I think maybe he was waiting past 90 day because he's been off TV and out of the company, quote unquote, for like 4 or 5 weeks at least.
I knew he left NXT because obviously he cut the whole farewell promo and everything, but I wasn't sure if he'd actually left the whole company.
Yeah, no, as far as I know, he's donezo.
Well, all right then.
The only 2 dudes that look to be hanging out from old NXT that are going to the main looks to be Pete Dunne and Ciampa.
Yeah.
And they're still experimenting with that idea. They're not even like fully committed to it yet. So, I mean, but I will also say, and I don't mean to jump to the other brand already, but all of a sudden, Roderick Strong has a pro wrestling tees shop.
Oh.
Just saying. If that leaves you any hints about what's going on with Roddy.
Yeah, Diamond Mine kind of failed anyway. It never really went anywhere other than Roddy winning a title.
Yeah,
it was built bigger than it was.
Yeah, big time.
Other undisputed era member news, Adam Cole, has challenged Orange Cassidy to a lights out match next week.
Good stuff.
Very good stuff.
That match was awesome, by the way.
Yeah. It's kind of surreal seeing Adam Cole and Britt Baker teaming up, but she took a nice bump through the table too.
The safest table bump I've ever seen, I believe, is what I told the boys.
Yeah, but we don't support violence like this in WWE.
Okay, it's sort of violent. Shut the fuck up. Nerds.
I love also how they're kind of planting the seeds of Shivani being jealous of Adam Cole. You can hear it on comments.
Oh God, when they were just like, "Oh, don't feel bad. We're sorry there, Tony," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, plant them fucking seeds. Make that guy jelly. That's gonna be awesome."
And then he just kept calling Adam Cole an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love when Adam Cole eventually goes big time heel and just beats up Shivani.
Oh yeah, it's on its way. The pot is brewing.
It's probably not going to be PG, but we'll have a Britt Baker on a pole match. Maybe not.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a different kind of match.
I'm down. I am down.
I think we may have to extend the TV 14 for that one.
That's fine. Pay-per-view. Make it a pay-per-view. You do whatever the fuck you want on pay-per-view.
Apparently, you can do what the fuck you want on TBS.
Right? Jeez. These guys don't give a damn. They're just like, help us get some ratings. You can say fuck.
Nobody watches Big Bang Theory anymore. You can say fuck. Lance Archer is apparently managed. It was great to see Jake the Snake back, by the way. He's in Lance's corner along with Dan Lambert, which I don't think we were expecting.
No, very weird, but hey.
Yeah, we're in an awkward place now, though, because we talked about it last week. We don't want to see Lance Archer lose another big feud, but at the same time, he's in prime position for a world title run.
But I think maybe you have it out now.
It's too soon for Paige.
It is too soon for Paige, and like I said last week, the only dude I think that can beat him, or should probably beat him, would be MJF. But again, that's one gigantic, long feud building gimmick arena. But I already think that now you see the seeds planted. If Dan Lambert and Jake are going to be out there, they have to have some sort of confrontation, right?
Yeah.
Or they have to be. They're going to have to be the downside to Lance Archer losing. They have to be. It's the best way for it to work, because you cannot let this guy just lose again. You have like, I hate to say like you got to screw somebody over, but if there's ever an opportunity to, that you have to run with that, it's this. You cannot let him lose clean, because that'll only make his record look even worse.
Yeah.
Guys this is his third or fourth title match.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want him to be 0 for 4 or 0 for 3, then he needs to get screwed. Plain and simple. because otherwise you're screwing this talent over.
I mean, he already feels like he's screwed over.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I had said that, I'm out of the honeymoon phase of WWE with AEW, and it's like this is exactly what it is. You guys have a top tier talent, a guy who is an upper mid carder, a guy who could very easily be your world champion, and you've literally just had him be the giant to put over guys, aka something Vince does. Lose that shit.
It's again kind of like Liv Morgan, super over, keeps getting title matches, keeps losing. How long can you drag out the momentum before people get bored?
Especially when he's supposed to be a monster.
Yeah, his nickname is literally a murder hawk.
Yep, he is a murder hawk.
He ain't murdering nobody.
Like, that's the problem. You have him posted up here, but you book him right here, and it's like, come on, make the math work,
right? So Mox's first opponent tomorrow on Rampage is Ethan Page. Good luck, buddy.
Poor fucker.
Yeah. Who was Mox's last opponent before he? Because it was in a tournament, wasn't it? Before he went away.
Yeah, it was for the TNT.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it was for the shot at Page, which.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was Moxie's last opponent? Because he beat the shit out of that guy too.
He walked in, threw around the ring, hit a Death Rider, walked out.
No, was it? My mind's just gone completely blank.
I want to say that that's the correct thing to look at. It was that what do they call it? The World Title Eliminator Tournament.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That doesn't make English.
There we go.
The
name of the show. Does this make English?
Well, that doesn't help. Online World of Wrestling only goes up to October 2021 for Mox.
Whack.
So.
Oh well.
If anybody can remember who it was, I'm sure Mike will let us know. Remember who it was. Remind us. Actually, you know what? I could look at the World Title Tournament thing brackets.
Yeah, do that. Guys, and I'm sure it'll catch on.
AEW World Title. I'm not making English right now either.
There we go.
All right. Okay. Full Gear. It was for Full Gear, right? So it was it was 10.
Oh, that's right. He went in there, beat the crap out of
shit out of 10 in 2 minutes.
That's right. Yeah, he tore his mask and everything.
Yeah. Left him bloodied.
That poor fucker.
So Ethan Page, you might want to watch that match back before tomorrow. Just saying.
And considering the guy's not drinking anymore.
Yeah. He's got full clarity of vision. Fucking run.
Seriously.
So it's a little early, but do we have a Geek of the Week?
Oh, we got a Geek of the Week for sure.
Oh, all right. Let's play the music.
Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking peahead with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-cut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek.
Pencil neck geek.
All right, Geek of the Week. Not only does he deserve it for just being hot garbage, generic as shit. I think I fucking had mentioned this guy once already. But in the TSK has also been renamed, and that is you, Sir Grayson Wallet, because you are the most generic fucking thing we have all ever seen. You're hot garbage for a guy who is athletic as shit. When Robert Davis, the fucking stat man, looks at your high flying and laughs, you, sir, have issues. And on top of that, I have to add, why in the fuck is your goddamn finisher straight out of 2K where you have to be outside the ring to hit the Y button to roll in the ring to hit the finisher? You're a fucking idiot. Grayson Wallet, that is your new official name. You are the Geek of the Week.
To be fair with a finisher, Adam Page does the same thing with the buckshot lariat, but that's a cool as fuck move.
But that's different. And so does AJ Styles. He's on the apron. This guy's outside the ring on the floor.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah. And then he fucking runs in and jumps through the middle rope. And I'm like, okay, there, fucking Lindsay Dorado. This isn't your goddamn entrance.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, it's like a fucking move straight out of WWE 2K. I kid you the fuck not. And it's literally him from the floor, jumps in, hits a fucking DDT, rolls, hits the fucking ring, rolls, hits the DDT. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
That's just stupid. That's the people's elbow of DDTs.
Factual statement. With a guy who's nowhere near as fucking charismatic or over.
No, to make it work. I'm kind of struggling with the wrestler of the week this week. So before we go to that, Punk squashed Sean Spears.
Beautiful.
And then stole MJF's Burberry scarf.
It's fucking great. Sean Spears has this nice like entrance, comes in, everybody's booing him, and then he fucking Punk comes in, and then fucking MJF hits the commentary table, and 3, 7, 8 seconds later, boom, it's over. And I'm like, well, I believe that is the fastest pin in AEW history, 1. And 2, I also believe it was a stab at them and at WWE and the world's fastest pin. Bullshit. Right. So I fucking laughed.
Yeah.
Great
I didn't
shit.
think about that, but yeah, nice shot.
The goddamn Sean Spears, you fail as an accountability buddy.
Yeah.
It's my new favorite line too.
I mean, you went from Wardlow to Sean Spears anyway, so.
What a downgrade.
Right. No
And
disrespect Sean Spears, but Wardlow's a monster.
The seeds planted with fucking Wardlow and the whole I have to dock your pay shit. He just when he gets unleashed, I was gonna say released. When he gets unleashed and is able to kill MJF, that guy is gonna die. Like,
yeah,
this is gonna be like we thought. You think you've seen a lot of blood on TV before?
Ooh,
he might get his arm ripped off.
Right. Literally like a Wookiee.
Oh, please and thank you.
You dock his pay on his birthday too.
Yeah, what an asshole.
But
he says, if you win me my TNT title, I'll give you all the money back. Are you kidding me?
This is exactly how it's going to happen, though, isn't it? Like, Wardlow's going to win, MJF's going to take the title, and that's how they, like, break up.
Fine with me. Fine with me.
And that's such an MJF way of winning your first championship, too.
Now, see, I don't know if that'll end up being... I think what it'll do is, like, that'll set up their match. And if anything, yeah, Wardlow has to be the bearer of bad news and get hit with the ring. And, yeah, that would be my guess. But, if you get hit, again, if you get screwed over, it doesn't make you look as bad.
Mm-mm.
So...
The only problem with WWE is they screw everybody over. There's always a DQ finish, so it's just, like, overdone as fuck.
Exactly. And it's not like everything coincides. Like MJF, if he wins with the ring, that's something he's been doing with a lot of. He can't beat Wardlow, so he has to beat him by hitting him in the face with the ring, and then maybe kick him in the balls, or like he had to cheat to beat him.
Yeah, and that's MJF for you.
Mm-hmm.
Some main event of Dynamite was another win for Sting and Darby. Sting looking fucking great again, diving up the stage.
Oh, 61 years old, this guy. Out there killing it. I need you to not kill yourself, brother. Slow down.
But it's cool.
Slow down. It's super entertaining. Thank you. Slow the fuck down.
Oh, this wasn't on Shit Mark Say, but I caught somebody criticizing it, saying they want to see somebody else win besides the old man and his meth head son.
The old man and his meth head son.
I actually found the meth head son line pretty funny, but still.
I'm like, the dude's straight edge, so that makes me kind of like, you're an idiot. And then the old man, I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't Vince McMahon make himself ECW champion and win a feud and be in the main title picture. And didn't he also compete for the WWE Championship? Shut the fuck up.
He was WWE champion too.
That too.
For like a week.
And then again, shut the fuck up. Sting is at least entertaining.
Yeah. I love that, though. Calling a straight edge guy a meth head. It goes back to MJF with Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're the most meth head looking straight edge guy I've ever seen.
It's great, though. That's why MJF is the man.
Well, all right then. Wrestler of the week. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, do you want to fill me in on NXT? Have you watched it this week?
Yeah, I watched NXT.
All right.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can bang out like NXT in like 90 seconds or whatever. I don't know about 90 seconds, but
let's bring back that old segment, NXT in 60 seconds or less.
I might have to fucking try that next week. We'll have to try because like this fucking show was hot ass garbage. You had fucking Grayson Waller versus Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis is literally he's the over creep from the Creep Farm, and it's just weird. The Creed brothers versus Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. No, fuck that name. They are the new Godwins. That is what I am dubbing them. They are the new Godwins. And the Creed brothers, dude, as a fucking guy that used to throw people myself, slow the fuck down. You're gonna hurt somebody, including your fucking selves. Slow the fuck down. Same? They're still the same.
Shit.
So it got to the point where, and then even these fucking young Godwins, this Josh Briggs fucking kid serving up one of these fucking stiffest knees to the face I've seen since like a UFC fight. So one of the Creed brothers is going for a single leg. So it's very amateur wrestling hour. So he's going for a single leg, and he gets him, boom, takedown. And he gets up again, he hits it again, boom, takedown. This Josh Briggs fucker gets pissed off, and he's like, watch me do it a third time. Well, right as he does it, like fucking knee right to the face, and dude's got a bloody mouth. So how do they give him a receipt? They fucking start throwing him all over the place. And I'm like, dude, you guys are not in the business to be fucking giving receipts. Like, you guys are young as fuck, man. Just, oh my God. Fucking some dude, Dante Chan, if apparently he was in the breakout tournament. He was over-ish or whatever. He's supposed to have some fucking squash match. Ends up getting fucking jumped by fucking what's dumb shit name? Fucking poker man. Fucking Duke Hudson. By the way, Duke Hudson has his fucking hair back. So what is the point of having that goddamn hair match about a fucking 3 weeks ago? Yeah, exactly my point. Fucking stupid. Fucking let's see.
What the fuck is he putting in his hair?
I have no idea. Right? It's fucking stupid. Tony D'Angelo hosted a memorial service for Pete Dunne, had a casket out there and everything. They booed the fuck out of him. Thank God for that. Pete Dunne didn't show up, so he's gone. Let's just I'm leaving it at that. It ended up turning into some big old giant thing with Cameron Grimes and Carmelo Hayes. It's supposed to be now it's possible three-way. No, Cameron Grimes versus dipshit Tony D'Angelo next week gets a shot at Carmelo Hayes. Ivy Niles versus Kylie Ray. Ivy Niles won. But thanks to interference from Mandy Rose, pretty much. But still, it just Ivy Niles hasn't lost yet, which is I don't want to say I don't hate it. It's just weird, but whatever. They're obviously building her. I might as well get behind it. Right. That's right. They're also doing the Dusty Classic right now. So you had these like two like jobber dudes. They were like jobbers. They beat somebody last. Oh no. They beat Harlan and the fucking weirdo last week to qualify for this. And then these guys, it's Malik Blake and Edris, and I can't even say your last name, so you guys need to fucking come up with a goddamn team name, you fucks. They beat Legado del Fantasma, which I don't want to say is surprising, but it's surprising. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, I ain't even trying to pronounce that one.
Yeah, no, don't do it. Dakota Kai fucking looks weird as shit these days, and she beat some fucking weirdo. And then we had Walter versus Roderick Strong. It wasn't as it lacked a lot. It lacked a lot, at least for me. And then we all saw the ending. So totally worth a skippage, not worth the watching.
Well, I shall not change my NXT plans.
Oh
then.
yeah, God no, that shit was fucking hot. There was nobody of good anything in NXT.
Except maybe Mandy Rose.
Oh God, she's good at everything. She's fucking so hot. It's ridiculous.
All right.
Goddamn you, Tito.
Yeah. Let's play the music and maybe I'll finally decide on a wrestler of the week. Wrestler of the week. You know what? I might just give it to Ivy. I haven't seen her match, but if something from NXT impresses you, then it's got to be good.
Ivy Niles has been something worth watching, and then the fact that she turned around and beat Kylie Ray, not a terrible match, decent match. She's a work in progress, so it's a good call.
All right, let's give it to Ivy. Not Ivy Blue, as we said last week, because that's Jay-Z's daughter.
She's taking the graps in the background and nobody knows it.
Right. Got 99 problems, but wrestling ain't one.
That's awesome.
Other than that, really, I mean, I wanted to base it more on in-ring this week, so otherwise I would have given it to like Mox for his return or Walter just because of the name change.
Right.
But we'll stick with Ivy. So I'm going to plug this one more time. Podcast Promo Rumble 7 is next week. We got 3 title matches. We got a promo exhibition, and we got Ring of Games 2. Cannot fucking wait. Love Ring of Games. It gave birth to this video era.
It's too much fun.
Right? So far, we have, I believe, 1 entrant in the Ring of Games. We need 3 more.
It's just trivia, people.
Yeah.
It's just
simple.
Trivia.
I say it's just trivia. It is kind of brain teasing, but it's fun. So that is next week. Don't miss it. And your week is complete. Thank you, everybody, for spending your Thursday with us. You know where to find us at Max Wrestling UK on Twitter and the Captain 512 and SMRPodNet. Once again, the website, maxwrestling.net. And now, listen up, you pencil neck geeks, because this is what Moses has for you this week.
Oh, we got a lot coming out this week. So dropping through the weekend, and I do mean through the weekend, is a lot of Bolt Ranch stuff. We're going hot. We're going heavy. I have season-ending grades. I'm breaking it up into 3 parts. I'm going to go position grades. I'm going to do coaches, and then I'm going to do like an MVP, fucking season-ending awards, if you will, as the last part. Senior Bowl is this weekend, so lots of Senior Bowl coverage coming after that for upcoming draft nonsense. Going to do another free agency episode because people seem to like those, and it's about it. The move to TikTok is becoming real, though. It's becoming real. So, want to say expect Max Wrestling to become one of those people? I'm serious about that. But I'm also saying that because I do plan to also start a TikTok for Bolt Rant.
Yeah, Max does need to up the TikTok. I also need to up the Max Instagram game. I keep saying I will get into that, but I keep stopping and starting. But
what happens? Yes. Life happens, people. But don't trip. It's all in the works. It's coming sooner than you think.
And speaking of in the works, NetPicks. We'll be making its return in the next few days. We did record an episode last week, Mike and I. I just haven't had a chance to edit it and upload it yet. But there is a new episode in the vault, which will be opened in the next few days.
In the vaulter? I'm just kidding.
In the vault, in the Gunt.
In the Gunt.
The topic on this episode of NetPicks is movies that we've never seen before. So we each picked 2 movies to watch for the first time.
Nice.
And they were all very good ones with solid casts. So keep a lookout for that one. Also, this was very, very discreet, But Throne Zone has awakened
Oh wow!
on social media because, of course, we do have the Game of Thrones prequel House of the Dragon coming this year. So expect season 3 of Throne Zone very soon.
All right.
There's a brand new logo. It's gone from blue to red, and there's dragons on it now because it's all about dragons.
Fucking dragons.
Once we know when they haven't actually announced when the season airs of House of Dragon yet, but it is this year. So when they announce it, we'll know when Throne Zone begins again for season 3. And obviously, you're going to have a different lineup this time.
Obviously.
With that said, join us next week for Podcast Promo Rumble 7. Trust me, do not miss it. We got wrestling trivia galore and promo action. The 7th annual Podcast Promo Rumble. Same bat time, same bat channel. You've been watching the Cap and Mo. Goodbye, and good night.
Sweet it out there, folks.